Titans fans, we had an amazing season and gained over 550 subscribers here on Titans Today, but I know we can get even bigger. So we're going for 10,000 subscribers this offseason. We're already at 8,335, which means we're already on the road to 10K. Hit that sub button because we have so much for you right here on Titans Today. And I want to prove the bosses wrong. They don't think we can get to 10,000. We're going to. And what you get when you subscribe, well, I'll tell you what. You get informative and entertaining content about the Tennessee Titans every single day. Titans offseason coverage like no other. You're getting coverage of rumors, news, coaching hires, everything you want all right here. Plus, if there's breaking news, if the Titans sign T. Higgins, if the Titans go get a new coach, we're going to have a video for you ASAP right here. And the thing is, this is also a great Titans community. We've got a bunch of fans. Get down in the comment section, talk with everybody, say hi, because ultimately, we're here to talk about the Tennessee Titans, and I want everybody to be a part of that. So let's get rolling here on Titans Today. Appreciate you taking some time out here today to join us. I'm your host, Chase Andrews, and the topic of today's show is a surprising one considering what we talked about yesterday with Mel Kiper's mock draft. The Titans could take a wide receiver in that round 1, pick 7. Well, there was an interesting quote. Brian Callahan was asked about his plan for the Titans' first-round pick, and his answer, well, it might shock you a bit. He said this when asked about it. I tend to lean to the position that can score touchdowns because if you can play the quarterback position well, and if you are playing it right, you can negate some of the issues you have in pass protection. Okay, whoa, that's kind of scary in a way because I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, the Titans' offensive line was literally terrible last year. And when I say terrible, I mean the worst offensive line in the National Football League. If you don't believe me, go look at the PFF ranks. They have the top 32, number 32 being the worst. Guess where the Titans were? Number 32. Listen, I know that PFF isn't the end-all, be-all, but they know a lot about pretty much everything when it comes to football. And their ranking of the offensive line and pass blocking and run blocking and protection and going up the field in pretty much every category for the Titans was terrible. And what's funny is these teams all gave up more sacks than the Titans, yet they're ranked better than the Tennessee Titans. That's not good. Their line as a whole was just nowhere near what it needed to be. And what's funny is the best PFF rank, 71.6. That was the center in Aaron Brewer. It just is kind of wild that you see all these people and you think, okay, how do we not think that we can improve this? It just is kind of wild. Peter Skoronski was the rookie who didn't exactly pan out, but again, it's kind of hard when you have some people around you that aren't exactly doing what you would hope for them to do. Ultimately, you can say all these numbers, you can show all these things, but if you watch the game, you know that this offensive line was bad. It was. There was no way to turn this offensive line into something good. There's no way we can sit here and say that the offensive line was the reason that the Titans did this, or the offensive line was the reason they did this. Because, in fact, they were probably the reason the Titans lost more than they won. If you think about the game, probably that most Titans fans remember from the 2023 season, that'd be the Miami Dolphins comeback game where Will Levis had probably his breakout game. Do you remember him being protected at all in that game? Not really. I remember him kind of running around the pocket. Do you remember him ever having to have a clean pocket for a long period of time? Not that I can recall. I feel like he got the ball out pretty quick. So I just don't know if offensive line is a way to look at this to say that you don't want the offensive line. It's just kind of wild from Callahan to kind of speak that. So I ask you in this, what would you do? I want you to draft your position for the Tennessee Titans. Are you picking a wide receiver or are you picking an offensive lineman? I want you to let me know in the comment section down below. If you're drafting a wide receiver, then type WR. If you're typing an offensive lineman, or if you're drafting an offensive lineman, type OL. Get in the comment section and let me know. Let's look at the wide receiver options because I think we do have to look at this because now it seems like Brian Callahan has this plan of, okay, I'm going to draft a wide receiver. And I do agree with this point. If you have skill makers and playmakers to the point where you can evade pressure, the offensive line doesn't matter as much. And you have a lot of money in free agency cap that you can go find some offensive line guys. So if you're not going to draft him, that's fine. But how exactly is he going to go about getting a wide receiver? Because there's 3 top guys that I think are the ones that you can basically, I don't want to say settle for, but like if you have this number 7 pick and one of these guys are available, I think that's okay to take. The first one being Marvin Harrison Jr., who I don't know will be available because he's ranked number 2 on Mel Kiper's big board. But then Odunze and Malik Nabers, who are ranked number 5 and number 6 on the big board, they could easily be available. In yesterday's Mel Kiper draft, Nabers went a pick before the Titans at number 6, and Odunze went a couple picks after, so he was available. I'm kind of intrigued to see what Brian Callahan does, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about these guys because I think it's an interesting topic to hit. But before we do that, if you're looking to get your Titans gear right here, right now, and you want to find a way to be excited for draft night, when the Titans do select maybe a wide receiver, maybe they're taking Odunze, maybe they're taking Joe Alt like the plan that we've heard was. Well, either way, get your Titans gear so you can have that while watching the draft and cheering on whoever gets drafted by the Titans and welcoming in to Nashville. So go get it. You can get 25% off this hat and shirt combo, chatsports.com/TEN combo. And if the heck, you got a birthday coming up for your dad, you got something, this is a perfect gift option. I'm telling you, they're a big Titans fan. Easy. Nice little baby blue shirt, perfect color. Plus, tell me that's not a dad hat. Tell me that's not a dad hat. You're going to like that. Go check it out at 25% off. It's the best deal on the market right now. Chatsports.com/TEN combo. The link will be in the description and the comments of this video. All right, here's my take on the whole situation with the O-lineman and wide receiver. Although I think O-lineman is the right choice, I do kind of think it would be fun to draft a wide receiver. I think that makes the draft a little more interesting. I think overall we can all sit here and say that Joe Alt is not a glamorous pick. Olu Fashanu is not a glamorous pick. Malik Nabers, Odunze, Marvin Harrison Jr., those look like glamorous picks. When you see highlights of Odunze and Malik Nabers, you're getting up off your seat. You're happy. You're cheering. When you see highlights of Joe Alt winning his pass block, I don't really think that gives the same vibe. These 3 receivers, though, have put up impressive numbers, and that's exactly why their highlights are fun to watch. Marvin Harrison Jr. with over 1,200 yards, Odunze with over 1,600, and Malik Nabers with over 1,500. These guys were the best 3 wide receivers in the college football all year long, and I don't think it was close. And that's why I say if you're going to pick a wide receiver at number 7, then you have to take one of these 3. And obviously, we know what Marvin Harrison is kind of labeled as right now, a top 4 pick. So Odunze and Nabers are probably the options you're going to have to stick with and understand that that's going to be what you're shooting for at the moment. So which one are you taking? Let's say they're not going to go all. Let's say Nabers and Odunze are available at round 1, pick 7. You're the Titans GM. You're Rand Carthen. What are you doing? I want you to draft a wide receiver for me in the comment section. Are you getting Odunze? Then type RO. Are you getting Malik Nabers? Then type M. And I'm going to go down there and check the nation because I want to see what exactly all of you Titans fans are talking about. So make sure you're getting down there, talking with everybody. I'm curious to see who you would draft in this position. Now, free agent-wise for the Titans, there's not really a bunch of big-name wide receivers going on the market. There's Fulton, Henry, Alshire, Autry, and Sean Murphy-Bunting, which are things that will need to be addressed, but we have all talked about that the offseason has been for an offensive-minded coach wanting to get more offensive-minded players, wanting to get more people on the board. Now, there are 2 wide receiver free agents that we do talk about, and that's Chris Moore and Nick Westbrook-Akine. Do I think they're big names? No. Are they important? Yes. And so how exactly is Brian Callahan going to fill those roles? Is he going to draft it? Well, there's also a choice of maybe going out and get a free agent wide receiver and then drafting Joe Alt at 7 after all. There's a lot of good names to go out there. We've talked about T. Higgins a lot, the Tennessee guy, the one that I think I would want out of these 5. But listen, I'll take any one of these guys. Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, obviously would be the top 2. Marquise Brown and Calvin Ridley would both be fun. They're more speed options, but honestly, I'm taking these 3 over anybody else. If you can't get these 3, then maybe I'm a little bit more excited to have Callahan go draft a wide receiver. And honestly, maybe it kind of makes sense that he does this because if you remember, he was the Bengals offensive coordinator. You just saw T. Higgins as that free agent. Guess who drafted him? That'd be Brian Callahan. He's always prioritized playmakers over linemen. In fact, in back-to-back years, he drafted T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. T. Higgins, round 2, pick 1. Jamar Chase in the round 1 the next year. Listen, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to wide receivers. So, hey, if he's going to go pick one, if he likes one of those 3, I trust his knowledge because I'm going to tell you, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, absolute studs and guys they've hit on in back-to-back years with the Bengals. I kind of in one way want to say, you're my coach. Take the lead. You want to draft a wide receiver? Let's go do it. But I'm curious to see what you think. But either way, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're shooting for 10,000 subscribers because, listen, the boss has told me, Jace, we think the Titans Today community can get to 9,000. And I said, I'm going to do one better. We're going to get to 10. I want to get you there and have my back here, Titans fans, because I trust in y'all. I believe in y'all. I know we can do it. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And if you're not subscribed, you ain't alive. We appreciate you as always, Titans fans. Tighten up.